Now I know what you're thinking. Did he fire 6 shots or only 5? Well, to tell you the truth, with all this excitement, I kind of lost track myself. Now, even though this is only a .22 revolver, it can blow your head clean off. You got to ask yourself one question. Do I feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Mister, I got to know. Is that the new Colt King Cobra 22 LR in 6-inch?
Oh. Yeah, it is. You want to check it out?
Yeah, let me see it. Well, you fired 6. There's 4 left. I'm not lucky. I'm not lucky.
Well, here's a little story about 2 friends that came together, and we started up a YouTube just to talk about whatever. We're on a boat catching big bass and smashing them cats. From review videos to just making you laugh. Cause we got guns, we got knives, we got fishing, we got hunting, we got everything you like, so hit that subscribe button. We're in the outdoors, doing things that we love. We're talking guitars, girls, green grass, and guns.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to this episode of G4 Outdoors. Today we're going to be doing a range review on the Colt King Cobra 22 LR target with a 6-inch barrel. I want to go over, if you haven't yet, go back and check out some other videos. I do have an unboxing of this. I completely go over this whole gun and everything about it. I'm just going to go over it real quick. It's got a nice cylinder that rolls around real good. Super duper shiny, super duper. Just a mirror finish on this. Real nice Colt King Cobra roll marks there. So yeah, real nice King Cobra roll marks right there with the 22 LR on the bottom. 10-shot revolver, 9.5 pound trigger on double action, 4.2 pounds on single action. This does have an adjustable rear sight, fiber optics front sight. I have not fired this thing yet, but it feels really good. It's a little bit heavy. Comes in at, I'll leave a picture right here. I forgot how much it weighs. Non-ribbed top, but it is sandblasted to reduce glare. We do have a ribbed top right here. Being this is the 6-inch model, we're going to have 4 ribs up here. The 4.5-inch model, you're only going to have 3 ribs. This will make your gun inherently more accurate just because of the longer barrel. Because your sight radius is a lot more different with a longer barrel. Other than that, it should shoot exactly the same. It's the same frame, just a different barrel, shorter barrel. So inherently a longer barrel is going to come in a little bit more accurate than the 4.5. So today I'm going to be running some mini mags. 36 grain copper plated hollow points and CCI standard velocity. The mini mags are going to be running at 1260 feet per second, and the standard velocities are going to be running 1070 feet per second. So let's get shooting. All right, I'm going to bring you guys along for every shot on this. Have not fired it yet, but I have played around with the trigger quite a bit while I'm at home, trying to rub down the the sear on here just a little bit. It's not wearing in. It's okay though. The trigger's really good. Like I say, at 4.23 pounds on a single action trigger. So let's go ahead. I'm just going to throw 1 round of CCI mini mag on there. Now, as you can see, those are not flush. Yeah, it sits on top of the cylinder there. Really protruding, but that's okay. Let me actually let me take this out of here. Cylinder's empty. Here's the bullet. Let's talk about the lockup on this real quick. In order to test the lockup, which means your cylinder is locked and forced up against the forcing cone on your barrel. Cylinder, barrel, this little piece sticking in between there, that's the forcing cone. It keeps all your gases from escaping the barrel and allowing your bullet to go on down the barrel. How do you check for cylinder lockup? You cock it, you pull the trigger, and you keep the trigger pulled. Now the cylinder lockup on this thing is just wicked. It's solid as a rock. So now that I got that out of the way, let's go ahead and stick 1 round of CCI mini mag in there. I believe I got it lined up. Let's go into single action. And I'm not shooting at anything unless I hit the gong. I did. That was a 100-yard gong. I heard it from back here. Wow, the recoil on that was super nice. Did it look good? It felt good from back here. So we got a really good primer hit there. That's why I only loaded one in there. I just want to fire one round, make sure that everything is working properly. I'm going to inspect that just a little bit more myself. Yeah, we got a really nice hammer hit on the back of that rim fire. Let's go ahead and grab some more and load it up. The recoil was pretty cool. I didn't much pay attention to it, but it felt really good. And we got 5 rounds in there now. And now we're going to be sitting on a live round. So let's go ahead and fire these next 5 shots. I really want to pay attention to the trigger, the recoil. I want to feel this gun. Wow. Wow. So 4.23 pounds on a single action trigger sounds kind of heavy. That felt so good because I was wanting to pay attention to other things. That trigger really broke on me. Oh man, I like that. Nice primer strike again. Yeah, that's a nice. I wish I could tell you. I wish I could tell you. I'm hitting a gong down. I missed that last shot, but 2 shots. I hit that gong straight out of the package. CCI mini mags. Can you see down there? That's 100 yards. And we're right about in here. Anyway, 100-yard gong down there. A foot. Not too bad. And it's just a little bit windy out here. Hey, already, this is a good purchase. If you can hit something down there and do your part. Miss. That's 5 rounds. 5 hammer strikes. I see it. Anyway, let's first ejection on this. Let's see how that works. Clean. You. Let's go ahead and check it out while we got it. The cylinder's nice and clean on the back. And of course 22 ammo. We're getting pretty dirty on the front. It's not a complaint. That happens on every revolver. Let's check out the forcing cone there. A little dirty up in there. Not too bad. It was only 5 rounds. I'm not expecting much. And the rear. Anyway, first 5 shots. I wouldn't say I'm very surprised. I paid $1,000 for it. It's doing exactly what it's supposed to be doing. So now that I've felt it, I know that the sights are on. Let's go ahead and put it on paper and see how she groups. All right, going to run a quick 5-shot group. This is at 25 yards. And my vision is not 100%. I'm going to step this back to 10 yards after this 25. Just so I can really see the target. You really got to know how to use your sights and capable of seeing in order to really get a good group just with iron sights. But I'm going to do my best here at 25. Center mass. Here we go. I'm not mistaken, that's a bullseye. Again. Maybe again. The front blade is actually taking up about 8 inches on that target, so it's hard. One more. Five hammer strikes. Bam. It's a really nice shooter. I'm gonna go look at that for myself. If you guys were watching the GoPro, why didn't you tell me I was hitting clear up here? That explains why I was hitting a 100-yard gong, because we're 1, 2, 3, 4 inches high. And that's with mini mags, so that's about right. That's why I'm hitting down there. Again, at 25 yards, I told you my eyes aren't that good. I could have swore I saw one hit here. I did not see any of these. So 25 is a little too far for my eyeballs. I'm gonna shoot up here at 7 and 10. See if I can get some better groups. It's not excuses, it's just the reason. Getting old sucks. All right, this is the last booth over, and to hit 10 and 7 yards, we have to be in this direction. So yeah, I'm gonna load 5 more up and hit the 10 yard. Like I say, I'm at a real goofy angle here just because of the way the range is set up. You guys didn't realize I just spent the last 20 minutes on the phone with my dad. I'm gonna have to get some of his guns out and do some 22 videos on those. He's got some really nice guns. Probably do some really good content with those. Anyway, we're out here at 10 yards. Let's fire these off. All right, so that was the closer 10 yards. As you can see right here. Got one up high, one over here, and then 3 right here. So we're looking at a 1/2 inch group with these 3 shots, but I did throw 2 a little further out. Yeah, I got a 1/2 inch group right here. Let's see, put all that paper back in its place. It's a really nice shot group. And that just shows you that my aim is not that good with these front sights. With those front sights there, those are not my favorite sights at all. I like a thin blade up front. How can I do this? So let's get back here, get back here. When you're aiming down range at this, I like to have a thin blade up front. Front target looker downer, right there. I like for that to be a thin blade so that I can more accurately control where this is going. But this is a really, really big blade. And what I'm doing right now, I'm trying to show you, that's how big the whole width of my barrel, that's how big that blade is on that paper. So as you can see, it's really hard to keep that in the middle, to where if I had a thin blade, I could keep that in the target zone a lot easier. But with that filling up, you know, about that wide, you know, we're talking 4 to 5 inches on that you're covering up down there. It's not my favorite blade. I'm not saying that nobody can't shoot like that, because there's some amazing shooters that can shoot with these sights. It's just not for me. But a 1/2 inch group out of the first 5 shots on paper, down here at 10 yards. 25 opens up. I really wish I could put a scope on this to actually see how this thing runs, because it feels good. And I know at the 10 yard, I got 3 shots in there. That's way better than a 1/2 inch. I'm gonna measure that when I get home. I'll let you know. Matter of fact, I'll be right back. 7/16. So that is less than a 1/2 inch. And like I say, it's just the size of the front blade on here. It's not my favorite. I'm just not that accurate with it. And the wind's not affecting this at 10, 25 yards, but it is a little windy out here today. If there's any noise interference, I apologize about that. So I haven't fired a ridiculous amount of rounds through here yet to find out if all of the 22 residue is going to foul up the plunger. I don't know if it's going to foul it up and affect the cylinder rotating in its spot. I don't know any of that yet. You guys just watched me fire the first 15 shots out of it. The consistency down there at 100 yards on a 12-inch gong, hit that 4 out of 5 times straight out of the box. So I know it's accurate. It's just the front blade. I really wish I could put a scope on here. That's just too many excuses. But anyways, this is a beautiful, beautiful weapon. Maybe I need to spend another couple days up here on the range, learning a little bit more about it, learning how to really aim this thing. We'll run some quick rounds down range, double action. I think we got a bad strike on one of those. They're all punched. They're all punched. Is it coming in? There you go. Yeah, they're all punched. It was just I'm gonna blame that one on the ammo. There it was. Yeah, just a light primer strike. That's 22 ammo for you. And just looking at the primer strikes on these, you know, they are hitting them, so it's not the fact that they hit the hammer too light, because it definitely hit it good. I would like to talk about the trigger and the hammer here real quick. You see everything on here is very well polished, minus my fingerprints on here. But when it comes down to the hammer, you just got a forged hammer and trigger. I think they could have done better on that. So over here you can actually see a mold mark, right? A sprue, was that what it's called? A little sprue mark right there from where the metal was poured. So, you know, it's $1,000 gun. It's a $1,000 gun. I think that it should have a better looking trigger on here. That's just a cosmetic deal. This is a really, really nice firearm. I'm not going to go over the history of Colt, CZ, Diamondback. I'm not going to go over all of that. You guys can watch other videos if you want to learn the in-depth on who bought who sold what, and whose patents are where. But this is the Colt King Cobra, 22 LR and 6-inch. Guys, if you haven't yet, go back and hit that tabletop review. I'll go over all the specs on this gun. So anyways, guys, if you're looking for one of these, especially the Unicorn 6-inch, woo! Go out and get yourself one. Highly recommend it. If not just to shoot, it's to go out and look good with it as well. So anyways, guys, hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please hit that like button, hit the subscribe button, leave a comment down below. See you next one. I'm out.
Monday, Tuesday. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I just dream of fishing while I'm going through my workday. I listen to my boss, though he's driving me berserk. Damn it, I can't take much more because my brain is really hurting. And now the bank is always calling and I don't know what to do. And I haven't bought a crankbait since like 1992. But the bass are out there schooling.